Good Friday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to what's making news today, let's take a look outside that weather window. And yeah, things warmed up today as we look down the Columbia River from our Rondo Sky-Fi Tower camera. You can see Turtle Rock right there in the middle of your screen. Some high cloudiness out there, but didn't keep the sun from warming us up today, that's for sure. Upper 80s to around 90 for most of us. And of course, Father's Day weekend is right around the corner. And here's how it looks for Saturday. It's going to be windy, folks. We're going to see winds in the Wenatchee Valley, probably 15 to 25 miles an hour with gusts around 30. And then for Father's Day itself on Sunday, a little bit breezy too, not as bad, and temperatures will warm up into the upper 80s. So it looks like a nice weekend, but beyond that, I'll tell you, next week, we are talking temperatures in the mid to upper 90s. And the following weekend, we're talking triple digits. More weather coming your way a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. The rate of new COVID-19 cases in Chelan and Douglas counties has fallen to its lowest level since last summer. Beginning in October, callers in all of Eastern Washington will be required to dial the area code when making a local phone call. And if you have that summer vacation planned, a heads up that traffic will be slowed on both Stevens and Blewett passes most of next week. But first, our top story tonight, a 28-year-old Ephrata man who was preparing to attempt a world record jump on his motorcycle died after crashing during practice yesterday. Alex Harville was practicing the jump during the Moses Lake Air Show Thursday morning at Grant County International Airport when he crashed. Grant County Coroner Craig Morrison confirmed Harville's death yesterday afternoon. Harville was attempting to jump his Suzuki 450 more than 351 feet from a ramp to a dirt landing area. He was warming up with shorter jumps when that accident happened. Well, the rate of new COVID-19 cases in Chelan and Douglas counties has fallen to its lowest level since last summer. The Chelan-Douglas Health District's latest thermographic report shows the two counties with 43.8 new cases per 100,000 residents over the past 2 weeks. That's down more than half from the 92.4 new cases per 100,000 reported by the health district just last week. The health district also says that just over 52% of Chelan County residents have received at least one dose of COVID-19 vaccine. The rate of vaccinated residents is just over 47% in Douglas County. Well, beginning on October 24th, callers in all of Eastern Washington will be required to dial the area code when making a local phone call. That means numbers saved in cell phone contact lists likely will need to be updated to include the area code. In Washington, the new Federal Communications Commission requirement is only for people in the 509 area code region. The requirement comes as the FCC adopts a new 3-digit nationwide number for the National Suicide Prevention and Mental Health Crisis Lifeline. That number will be 988 and replaces the 1-800-273-TALK as the Lifeline's number that begins on July 16th. But that number will not work in the 509 area code until that 10-digit requirement goes into effect. The Lifeline's previous number will be operational until the switch is made, as we mentioned, in October. Well, traffic will be slowed on both Stevens and Blewett passes most of next week. Beginning on Monday and continuing through Thursday, a contractor from the Washington State Department of Transportation will be removing hazardous trees on Highway 2 at Stevens Pass. This will mean flagger-controlled traffic from milepost 59 to 78 with delays up to 30 minutes expected. That work will be going on from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day. Meanwhile, on Blewett Pass, travel will be reduced to one alternating lane near the SWAC campground, and that will be Monday through Thursday as a contractor pours cement for a bridge there. In this case, work will be going on 24 hours a day with a temporary signal moving traffic through that work zone. Well, coming up next, the city of Wenatchee is distributing more than $325,000 in federal COVID-19 funding. We'll tell you who gets it. Residents of the Upper Valley are likely to see slow-moving, low-flying helicopters for 5 straight days beginning next Thursday. And to recognize the new Juneteenth federal holiday tomorrow, all state parks and lands will be open for free. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Somewhere behind these doors is a family member, often alone, taking care of a loved one with Alzheimer's or some other disability, or providing care for a loved one who is not ill but only aging and no longer able to care for themselves. In the field of caregiving, this is the home front. For the home is where most Americans will live out their last days. Contact Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington for a variety of services including caregiving, meals, and medication help. According to new statistics from the FTC, Washington consumers lost nearly $69 million to fraud in 2020, more than double the amount lost in 2019. Con artists are becoming even more sophisticated in their tactics, and new scams are emerging at an increasing pace. AARP is offering a free online class, Tip-Offs to Rip-Offs. Learn how to protect yourself and your community. Sign up for the virtual class today at aarp.org/Wenatchee Tip-Offs.
Introducing Alpine Airman. Because every home needs a superhero to eliminate poor indoor air quality, send inefficient operating equipment packing, and cut high energy bills down to size. For heating or cooling and equipment replacement, turn to the experts and the superheroes at Carrier and Alpine Air. We offer the best deals on high-efficiency Carrier products, along with friendly, knowledgeable service and incredible savings to fit your budget.
Welcome back. In another news, the city of Wenatchee will distribute more than $325,000 in federal COVID-19 funding to the Women's Resource Center, YWCA, and the Town Toyota Center. $131,000 will go toward the restart of the Town Toyota Center as the arena prepares to resume offering indoor entertainment this year. The $118,000 dedicated to the Women's Resource Center will be used to assist its landlord-tenant liaison program, and YWCA of North Central Washington will receive $77,000 for its housing program. The money is part of the $1.9 billion American Rescue Plan passed by Congress back in March. Well, residents of the Upper Valley are likely to see slow-moving, low-flying helicopters for 5 straight days beginning next Thursday. The helicopter crews will be inspecting transmission lines for the Chelan County PUD using light detection and ranging technology. The flights will follow power lines from Anderson Canyon in Peshastin to the top of Stevens Pass and then from Coles Corner to Lake Wenatchee. It happens June 24th through the 28th. Well, to recognize the new Juneteenth federal holiday tomorrow, all state parks and lands will be open for free. No Discover Pass will be needed to visit Washington State Parks, Department of Natural Resources, and State Fish and Wildlife lands. The new federal holiday to recognize the June 19, 1865 end of slavery was passed by Congress and signed into law by President Biden this week. Both 8th District Democrat Representative Kim Schreier and 4th District Republican Representative Dan Newhouse voted in favor of the new federal holiday. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
Mary Maids of Wenatchee has been professionally cleaning and sanitizing homes and businesses in North Central Washington since 1998. Mary Maids uses commercial-grade cleaners and viricides. Mary Maids has implemented additional safety and sanitation protocols. They are strictly following CDC guidelines for the safety of their clients and employees. For expert help with cleaning and sanitizing your home or business, call or look up Mary Maids of Wenatchee to schedule your free estimate today.
I'm John Divis from Wenatchee Dental Arts, and I like to think myself as a comprehensive dentist. We are an office that treats people comprehensively for their dental problems. We do a lot of general dentistry in a broad sense. We don't send everything out. Things that we have the ability to do in the office, we like to keep in the office and under one roof and keep things as complication-free as possible. can come to one place and have all their dental needs taken care of.
Hi, this is Brian Snyder with Black Rock Asphalt Services here in Wenatchee, your local Black Rock seal coat company. Have you looked at your driveway or parking lot lately? Is it gray and oxidized? Does it have cracks that have not been taken care of? Or do you have striping that is pretty much non-existent? Please give us a call locally here, 509-665-9769. Learn more at blackrockasphaltsealcoating.com.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. The Garden Terrace Senior Housing Facility is celebrating its 50th anniversary today. In addition to a celebratory ribbon cutting, Garden Terrace opened its doors to the public and the many volunteers who have made it possible for Wenatchee to have an affordable senior housing option. In tonight's feature story, Wake Up Wenatchee Valley's Dan Kuntz talked with Executive Director Ken Neer about the history of the facility and the heavy demand for housing at Garden Terrace.
When you inherited this job 4 years ago, and here we are on the 50th anniversary, did you find old files of the construction of this beautiful campus and how it came to be?
I do. Cusick Construction, I was in charge of building the buildings, I guess. So that was kind of fun to find out since I play tennis with those guys every now and then. But yeah, I've got actually minutes from the very early days of planning through till today, and so it was fun looking back through some of those. And they kept scrapbooks in those days. They didn't have a file on the internet, so there's scrapbooks that we're going to get out for that 50th and have people so they can look through them and recognize people that were here a long time ago. I think it'll be real fun. And yeah, we've pulled out some of our initial brochures and things like that, and just kind of laugh at. They were mimeographed.
For you, there's a 2-year wait to get into this place.
Yeah.
That's pretty typical, isn't it?
It has been in the last couple of years. Yeah, it's.
How do you account for that?
Well, it's a couple of things. One, it's the economy. I think when folks, and probably COVID as well, when folks lose one of the couple, their 2 Social Security incomes can't keep them going somewhere. So when you have one, you end up in a place like this. And the other thing is just the housing market. I mean, the rental prices are going up and up and up, and folks are converting their low-income rentals to higher-income rentals because they're, close to retirement or something. They want to, work on their nest egg a little bit. So I can't blame them, but that just is putting pressure on places like us. And then we have to have people in our building age in place. We're independent living, not assisted living, so we don't have any staff that do that. So it's caregivers that come in and out of the building all the time and do those kinds of chores for folks. And so as an independent living place, those folks are getting more and more chore givers coming in to help them because there's no place or few places to go for the assisted living part of that. It's harder to find assisted living beds now. And so that puts pressure on us to keep people here longer, or they don't want to leave. That happens a lot too. It's like, I don't want to go.
Let's take a look now at your North Central Washington weather forecast. It's the weekend, and what a great way to end this work week. Beautiful day out there as we switch cameras now to the cross camera up on Wenatchee Heights. Of course, it's one of our favorites overlooking the Wenatchee Valley. And as I mentioned earlier, we did just see some very high, thin clouds out there today. But tell you what, didn't keep our temperature down much, that's for sure. Way above normal today at 90 unofficially this afternoon. 79 is now our normal high temperature, almost at that 80 degrees. 61 is where we started this morning, so it was a mild start to our day. 55 is normal. 1961, boy, the middle of June was hot for you folks that remember that. 101 our record today. I think this is the 4th day in a row that 1961 has that honor. 42 our record low, and that was in 1996. Sunrise at 5:04 and sunsets now just after 9 at 9:01. Let's take a look at your forecast as we get you into our Father's Day weekend on Saturday. As we take a look at these temperatures, you're probably going to think, boy, a little bit cooler than today. That's not bad, and they aren't bad. We're going to see highs mainly between 85 and 90. 89 for Moses Lake, 86 in Wenatchee. The downside to tomorrow, lots of wind, and we're going to get to that in a second. Tonight, we can expect mostly clear skies out there all across north central Washington. Mostly clear, windy conditions will continue. In fact, the winds are going to pick up tonight throughout our evening hours a little bit more, and it's going to blow throughout the evening. There are those isobars tightly packed, and that increases that pressure gradient, and that's what we're going to see on Saturday. 15 to 25 mile an hour winds steady with gusts around 30. It will be slightly cooler too, as we just showed you, mainly between 85 and 90. And then as we get you into Father's Day, still just a little bit breezy, but not nearly as bad as Saturday will be, and it's going to warm back up to Father's Day temperatures. Once again, a lot like today, really about 90 degrees. And get ready for the warm up after that. Monday, sunny, unseasonably hot. We are jumping up into the mid 90s. And you know, that darker orange and red, that means some very hot temperatures. And we are going to see that by Tuesday, even a little bit hotter with high temperatures in the upper 90s. And look at the clear skies all the way through the country. And yeah, those darker shades of orange, there it is for Tuesday with almost 100 degrees expected. By Wednesday then, still going to stay hot. Not quite upper 90s, but here's that big area of high pressure, and it's continuing to bring that warmth our way with high temperatures Wednesday in the mid 90s. Thursday, no change either. We're just going to stay steady as she goes with hot weather. Temperatures once again Thursday in the mid 90s. And I was looking past Thursday into our next weekend, the end of June. We could even see temperatures 100 to 105. We'll talk more about that next week. Now, let's take a look now at your 7-day forecast. Yeah, I can talk. It's Friday. 60 degrees the overnight low tonight. 86 with wind tomorrow. So keep that in mind if you have outdoor plans. It's going to be really windy tomorrow. 90 on Sunday with just breezy conditions, so not as bad. And then the heat is on as we get into next week. 94 your high on Monday. 98 on Tuesday. And look at that overnight low Tuesday night. Almost 70 degrees. 95 Wednesday, and then sunny and hot for Thursday with a high temperature then 94 degrees. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
I had to pack up all my things. I had to leave my home. And I never knew where I was going next. It felt like I never even had a say. But then you came along.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
Your search for quality patio furniture with excellent customer service is over. Blue Lagoon is proud to offer only the finest outdoor furniture and accessories from some of the most renowned manufacturers in the industry. Our showroom showcases a large selection of in-stock furniture, fire pits, umbrellas, cushions, and outdoor accessories. Our in-house outdoor decor specialist is available to help you design and custom order the perfect furniture for your unique space.
If you are looking for dependable car service and repair, visit the good guys at Quick Lube and Tune. They've been keeping cars and trucks in the Wenatchee Valley running smooth for 35 years. Quick Lube and Tune is your hometown shop for a 10-minute oil change, complete tune-ups, alignments, brakes, mufflers, air conditioning service, and more. Get more life out of your vehicle by bringing it to the local guys you can trust at Quick Lube and Tune on South Wenatchee Avenue.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy finally Friday to you. It was supposed to be a day off for Kyle Seager of the Seattle Mariners last night. Instead, Seager delivered his first ever pinch hit walk-off RBI single of his career. Mariners beat Tampa Bay 6-5. The 11-year veteran had been enjoying a night hanging out in the dugout, talking about the game with teammates. Then as the Mariners entered the ninth inning trailing 5-4, the rally began on an RBI double by Shed Long Jr.
Good speed at second and Dylan Moore. Tying run right there. Bowers at first. Here's Shed Long Jr. There you go.
To left field. Base hit. Dylan Moore
runs
is
well.
coming around. Bowers hits the bag at third. He is held there on the slide. Shed Long Jr. ties this game up. We're even at 5 with 1 out of the ninth.
Down in the count, trying to battle, and he throws him the breaking ball. Stays with it. That pitch is down, probably down out of the strike zone, but able to stay with it and drop the barrel on it. Dylan scores easily. Bowers flying into third. So you got a double there for Long Jr. and a pinch hitter Kyle Seager is going to hit for Trammell.
Hard hit.
There it is.
Mariners win. Kyle Seager pinch hit, walk-off base hit, and the race is on for number 15.
That has to feel awfully good for Kyle. That was hit hard, too, at the infield end. He was able to find a hole, but he hit it right on the button. What a nice win for the Mariners to come back and get this one against one of the best bullpens going. First pitch was 97 on the inside corner, and this is center cut for him. Runs right back out over the middle of the plate. And he hits it right on the button, drives it through the infield.
Misses it by just that much. Seager off the bench wins it for the Mariners. Everybody is all right. 6-5. The Mariners take game 1.
Aaron Goldsmith and Mike Blowers on the call on Root Sports. Luis Torrens also contributed in the effort last night with a solo home run. Seattle and Tampa Bay go at it again tonight. Yusei Kikuchi up against Michael Wacha. Well, before we get to the rest of the American League West last night, we have to show you highlights of a first ever play that happened between the Yankees and the Blue Jays. New York turned its second triple play of the season.
Chop slowly. Oh, there's a situation at third. The throw is to first. Now they'll throw to second. Runners are hung up. They're going to come home with the throw. They have Simeon in a rundown. He's tagged out. Throw to third. It's a triple play. They pulled a triple play. Second one of the year, and this one falls under the heading of funky.
We talked about all the outs on bases that the Yankees have made this year. Well, how about this? The worm has turned. This is unbelievably bad base running all the way around for the Blue Jays. And Gio with a nifty little wheel and deal there to finish off this triple play at the end. Look at that play. Underrated play. Boy, they're going to get another look at that. That was close.
After review, the final out of the triple play would stand. It's the first ever 1-3-6-2-5-6 triple play in the history of Major League Baseball. All right, back to the American League West, where Houston continues to explode offensively. Astros beat the White Sox 10-2 last night. In their last 4 games, Houston scored 38 runs. Astros hit another 3 homers last night to now have at least 2 round trippers in its last 10 straight games. In Anaheim, Taylor Ward hit a grand slam in the Angels' 5-run 7th inning, and LA held on to beat Detroit 7-5. A's and Rangers were idle last night. Well, we're all set to bring you baseball tonight here on the NCWLIFE channel. Wenatchee Apple Sox hosting the Bend Elks. We're at Paul Thomas yesterday, getting everything all set. I'll have your play-by-play pregame at 6:30, first pitch at 6:35. Last night, Ridgefield's leadoff man, John Peck, was 3 for 6 with 3 runs and 2 RBIs as the Raptors topped a win last night, 11-8, the final over Bend. Chris Conniff's 2-run triple highlighted a 4-run second inning for Walla Walla as the Sweets knocked off Corvallis 7-6. Kai Sanderstrom drove in 3 runs, and Tommy Takayoshi had 3 hits to lead Port Angeles over Bellingham 9-3. Spencer Marenko was a home run shy of the cycle for Yakima Valley. Pippins clobbered Redmond 13-5. And in Portland, the Pickles got 26 players into the game last night and its 12-1 non-league win over the Portland Rosebuds. Coming up tonight, aside from Wenatchee and Bend, Corvallis hosts Cowlitz, Portland visits Bellingham, Port Angeles entertains Driveline Entitlers, and Walla Walla hosts Highline at 7:05. Well, Wenatchee Wrestlers finished the odd season with a big bang yesterday down in Yakima. Leo Gutzweiler, Jesus Segovia, and Evan Burdan all won district championships on the mats at Ike. The Wenatchee's Trenton Miller and Alex Ogwin took 3rd, while Cannon Sanderson and Ethan May took 4th. The Eastmont's Rudy Vivanco took 2nd at 113 pounds. Dominic Webb 3rd at 170. Alexander Robles and Wyatt Erdman placed fourth to wrap up the season. Well, Megan Chandler scored a team-high 9 points, but it wasn't enough for Eastmont last night. The Wildcat season came to an end, falling to West Valley 39-25. As a result, Wenatchee will play at West Valley Saturday afternoon at 2. Other Big Nine semifinal last night, Moses Lake beat Eisenhower 64-50. Sunnyside stopped Davis 59-52. That sets up the Chiefs and Grizzlies for the district title. That'll be tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Eastmont plays at West Valley, while Wenatchee hosts Davis in the district Big Nine semifinals tonight. Winners and losers will play at the higher seeds coming up tomorrow. In action last night, Okanagan topped Elmira Cooley Heartline. It was Ephrata beating Warden. It was Omak over Cascade. Cashmere, congratulations, winning the CTL title, Downing Chelan 56-33. Brewster beat Manson, and Liberty Bell blasted Entiat. Girls play, Okanagan took care of Elmira Cooley Heartline. Warden got to be one of the best girls teams in the state. Beat up on Ephrata 83-40. Omak clobbered Cascade. Cashmere girls also CTL champs. They beat Chelan 51-30. Brewster beat Manson. Liberty Bell eased past Entiat 56-21. Season comes down to an end this weekend. 9 games on the slate for the girls tonight. Okanagan at Tonasket. The other games have Chelan at Omak. Bridgeport hosts Oroville. Manson travels to Lake Roosevelt. And Waterville Mansfield wraps up the season with Entiat in town. Tomorrow, Tonasket at Warden at 1:30. Cascade hosts Quincy at 4. Liberty Bell visits Oroville. Then at 6, it's Cashmere at Brewster. Now turning to the boys' schedule coming up. Tonasket hosting Okanagan. It's Chelan at Omak. These are all tonight. Oroville at Bridgeport and Entiat at Waterville Mansfield. Tomorrow, Tonasket travels to Warden at 3 o'clock. Cascade hosts Quincy at 5:30. Liberty Bell tips at Oroville at 5:30. Cashmere boys will try to complete an undefeated campaign at Brewster starting at 7:30. And if you want to get Dad's blood pumping this weekend at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval, might be the place to take him. 6 classes of racing featured during Father's Day night at WVSO. Evening includes the Jerry's Auto Supply Pro Late Models, Mountain Dew Junior Late Models, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars, Holidays Custom Muffler B-Mods, Bandoleros, and Northwest Vintage Modifieds. Gates open at 4:30 tomorrow. Racing starts at 6. Got to go online to get the tickets at WVSO.com. That's a look at sports. Have a great weekend. Happy Father's Day to all those dads out there. Grant, happy Father's Day to you.
Happy Father's Day to you as well, Eric. Thank you very much. And now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up Monday morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thank you very much, Grant. Join me Monday, the first full day of summer 2021. We always do this on the solstices and the equinoxes at least 4 times a year. Bonnie Orr pays us a visit, and Bonnie Orr will give you all the gardening tips, lawn and garden tips, the do's and don'ts for summertime gardening. It's pretty easy if you know what you're doing. Bonnie is our local expert. She'll be my guest on Monday. And of course, Sunday is Father's Day. So to all of you fathers out there on Sunday, happy birthday. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Dan, and happy Father's Day. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great weekend.
I had to pack up all my things. I had to leave my home. And I never knew where I was going next. It felt like I never even had a say. But then you came along.
Change a child's story. There's a child in foster care waiting for a volunteer like you.
Your search for quality patio furniture with excellent customer service is over. Blue Lagoon is proud to offer only the finest outdoor furniture and accessories from some of the most renowned manufacturers in the industry. Our showroom showcases a large selection of in-stock furniture, fire pits, umbrellas, cushions, and outdoor accessories. Our in-house outdoor decor specialist is available to help you design and custom order the perfect furniture for your unique space.
Do you have a fun or interesting video you'd like to see featured here on the NCWLife channel? It's easy. All you have to do is send us an email at newsphotos@ncwlife.com.